It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island, we bring you first-round coverage of the Carolina Open. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. Your leader is Wake Forest's Will Zalatoris. He's at 3 under par here as the players are just getting going. Meanwhile, our featured golfer in good form coming into this one fresh off a victory a week ago. Frank, this tournament here at Kiawah, a special one, no question in its own right. It's so beautiful here, and there's a lot at stake. But for a young golfer, just curious, how do you keep the focus on the here and now, knowing full well that next week is the Masters?
That's the magic question, Rich, and I think that's really the definer of the best in the game and the also-rans. I would put it down to an old cliche, tomorrow never comes, right? We always live in today. And if you have to resist looking forward, we know a huge event is going to be the following week, but really, as an athlete, you have to get better day by day. So the goal today is to be a better player today than what you were yesterday. Tomorrow, which I know I just said never comes, you've got to do the same thing again.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and she'll remain at even par. Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run-up down that right side. So basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Had half the equation on that shot, the distance. Not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, let's see how good you can chip.
Okay, no problems there. Finishing off the birdie at number 2. Up next, the 390-yard par 4 third, where you stand on an island-like tee, driving across the marsh to an extremely wide fairway. You have to be precise on your approach here because of the elevated tabletop green. Miss the putting surface, and par is a challenge. And this has started a little to her left. Yeah, that will get a little bit of run. That will be just fine. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
Birdie on the last, and likely to give at least one back here. Gained a stroke at the last, and going to give at least one back right now.
Oh, that was unexpected. But beautiful work there to get that to the hole, and it somehow finds the bottom of the cup to salvage a bogey. Well, Frank, this is the hardest hole on the outward 9. What makes it so difficult?
It's dead flat, Rich. There's very little that you can see off the tee, so you have a blind tee shot with a big carry.
All right, in the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
12 feet still to go. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and she's going to hold on here at even par. Here Here we are now at the first par 3 on the course, 207-yard fifth. Massive green will entice you, but be careful. If you're on the wrong part of the putting surface, a 2-putt will be a challenge. That's the danger of this back hole location. If you're not precise with your distance, you can run out of green in a hurry. Looking now at her second to this par 3. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And she's going to fall here to +1. Pete, I always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? Is that the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough.
Solid, good drive in the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
She's left herself with 109 yards. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club. This is the sand wedge. Has gotten a lot of this one, and it's going to be just a fraction long.
A little further right, a little further up. That would have been close.
You betcha. What a roll there. That is in for a birdie. Kiawah 7th is a par 5 measuring out at 579 yards. If you can take a drive over the edge of that right side bunker area, you'll have a good chance of getting on the green in 2.
That is an excellent tee shot. Now this par 5 is certainly within reach.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Oh, how about that for a blast out of the bunker? Nearly hold it for eagle. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. Second par 3 here on the front side, the 8th. Frank, it appears to be relatively simple, but I'm guessing there's a little more to it.
There certainly is. You've got to respect the back of the screen on this par 3. Anything over the back is almost an automatic bogey. And also there's a faint ridge in the screen, a good 12, 13 paces on. Once the ball gets beyond that in the air, it's going to scoot towards the back of the green. So it might look simple. Give it another thought.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And she'll stay 1 under for the tournament. Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4, that's a great way to finish out this front side. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. This Nota, her second from the fairway.
Staring at 142 to the hole. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club. Sand wedge takes flight. It's coming in just a bit right. Pretty average.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
Oh, never in doubt. What a great putt that is. It's a birdie here at the 9th, and that'll be a 2 under for this front side as she goes out in 34. The 10th hole now at 447 yards. Stop me if you've heard this before. Bunkers and waste areas abound along both sides of the fairway, leading to a shallow green, slanting from right to left.
This is an absolute strike show. 8 of 8, that's as good as it comes. That's Hogan of today.
Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. This one, not for the faint of heart. Down a big slope, though it is for birdie. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. So that's in for par to start this backside. And she'll remain at 2 under. Par 5 11th, and another scoring opportunity here early on the backside, Frank.
This par 5, it looks very easy to hit it down the left side, but in actual fact, you've got to aim a little down the right side, and the reason why is this fairway actually kicks or cambers from right to left. So anything down the middle, chances are it's going to finish in the rough. Find the fairway, then this hole opens up.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5 the second, and you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just leave that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Oh, that's a good stroke. Doesn't quite get the reward of the eagle, but a birdie would be a nice consolation, right? A straightforward look here for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. The 12th at 484 yards sometimes feels like two different holes wrapped into one. At the tee, all you're seeing is, a nice expansive fairway. But stand over your second, and you'll see that lagoon set right up on the edge of this green. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
Another example of her excellent balance and timing, and that's a good shot.
Got to at least try to cozy it in that 3-foot circle. This for birdie. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And she's going to stay at -3. 2021 PGA Championship. This par 4 13th hole was a nightmare for a number of players, including Louis Oosthuizen and the eventual champion, Phil Mickelson. What makes it so hard, Frank?
There's nothing comfortable on this hole, Rich. It's actually one of my favorite holes. And one of the reasons why, you see the sort of sandy bunkery area there on that left side, all perfectly in play for a tee shot. So now the decision is, do I hit it short of them? If I do, I have a longer second shot. Do I challenge them? Well, if I don't find the fairway, now I'm in bigger problems. And that's just the tee shot. The second shot, that water laps almost right up to that right edge of the green. I think it's a great par 4.
Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, she's left herself 133 yards to go. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
I really like her golf swing, and that's another good shot. She should be happy with that one.
A long one coming up here for birdie. Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And their score's going to stay right where it is. The first of our holes where that ocean really comes into view is this one, the par 3 14. Go ahead, soak it all in, breathe that ocean air. It's nice, isn't it? But you'll need to snap to quickly because at 238 yards, this is no ordinary par 3. Boy, that breeze just really playing havoc with the ball right now. That thing hit a wall and came straight down. This one of the longest putts you can have on a golf course, though it is for birdie. Oh, that is a really good putt. Got it to throw out the anchor right near the hole. That's well done. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And her score is going to stay right where it is. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of. No issues here. That is into the fairway. After a good tee shot, Iona, this, her second.
Yeah, the pin, 136 is the number we're looking for. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And her score's going to stay right where it is. Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch at the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in two sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. You've got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5.
She started this one a bit to the left. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
No. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Do you think TPC Sawgrass has Pete Dye's most diabolical par 3 17th? This one is a close second at 223 yards. It is a full carryover water to a green that slopes left to right towards the water. If you try to play it safe and go left, 2 deep bunkers are there to make life difficult. A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. A look here for birdie at 17.
Yeah, and I think she'll have a good run at this one. It's ever so slightly up the hill with a hint of movement from left to right.
That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And her score's going to stay right where it is. Time to get it to the house. Here we are at the par 4 18. Look, championship level golf. Frank, you know this. You contended at the majors. You want a hard-earned par on that final hole. This is every bit of it.
And more, that's for sure, too. When you stand on this tee, it's over 500 yards long as par 4. And to remember the rest of the golf course, you are finishing a round on the longest championship golf course in the history of the game. Well, it's a rarity on the PGA Tour, but a perfect 14 for 14 off the tee. This has been a marvelous exhibition.
This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
Another example of her excellent balance and timing, and that's a good shot.
Gonna have to be a little careful with this one. It's for birdie. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Okay, so she'll finish that off for her par here at 18. And this will be a solid opening round of 69, 3 under par. Final look at the opening round leaderboard. It shows our featured golfer just 2 back. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island, it's live second-round coverage of the Carolina Open. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. Our featured golfer right in it, just a couple of shots off the pace.
Rough off the tee, straight out of the gate. That's interesting. So much will depend on the lie.
Second shot now at this opening hole. And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. And let's bring in Nota Begay, 4-time winner on tour, on this putt for birdie.
And a very straightforward look here. Down the hill with no break.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And she'll move 4 under par. A big test awaits here at the par 5 second at 557 yards. Right-handed hitters will need to draw their tee shot into the fairway or tempt fate by taking it up and over a large waist area. Getting on in 2 will require a long carry onto an elevated green surrounded by bunkers. That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at 1, a solid drive here at the second. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5, Frank. Got everything out of that.
Yeah, it did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Ten-foot putt left. Can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And she'll move now to 5 under par. Frank, why would the architect Pete Dye say this was one of the most unusual holes on the entire course?
Well, it's the shortest for a start. And just that green complex, Rich, the fact that it just falls away rapidly on all 4 sides of this green. That's what the architect wanted, and that's what the architect got.
This started toward the left side. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. one was running so hot.
Woo, Nell. Whizzes past the hole. A difficult putt coming now.
Kidding? This game's unfair sometimes. That looked in the whole way. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And she's going to fall a couple of shots off the pace. Now to the fourth, 484 yards at the far east end of the course. Locating the fairway off the tee is the key, as you'll need to avoid a couple of deep bunkers right, as well as that waist area left. Do that, and you'll have a good look at the green as you gaze out toward the Atlantic.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So, from the rough, down the Noda.
Now she's looking at 156 yards to the hole. Ball definitely on a downslope, so it's going to fire out just a little bit low.
From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And she'll stay 3 shots off the lead. So, Frank, here we are, the first par 3 on the golf course. And what do you make of this 5th hole?
It's really 2 holes, Rich. When the flag is on the left, it's basically 1 green, and when the flag is on the right, it's effectively another type of a golf shot. This green is actually 40 yards wide and separated with that little faint ridge in the middle.
Look at where that is going to wind up. That is as good as it gets. Frank, not only is this the biggest green on the golf course, we are at the easternmost point of the ocean course.
Yeah, it's a nice view. Remember when Pete Dye designed this golf course, his wife Alice actually said you can't really see the ocean. So what they did is they raised the whole golf course, all the playing levels, up 6 feet. Now you've got a tremendous view from this corner.
Heading back toward the clubhouse, now we find the par 4 6th hole at 490 yards. Right-handed golfers want to play this right to left to give themselves a good look at this green, where the lone major concern is the bunker short and left. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Wasn't right down the middle, but it wasn't bad at all. Coming at this second shot from the right side of the fairway.
I really like her golf swing, and that's another good shot. She should be happy with that one.
So now this, right around 25 feet for birdie. Just going to sneak on by. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and she'll remain 2 shots off the pace. The 7th at 579 yards, par 5. Bunker will be on the mind throughout. First, you'll need to avoid one off the tee. Next, you'll need to avoid the long strip that hugs the left side of the fairway on your second. And for good measure, a moat of sand encircles the area left and beyond the green. And that one's going to hit hard, get a little bit of run out, and that is going to wind up just fine.
I dare say a touch too aggressive, trying to fly it all the way and expect it to hold. That is very ambitious. Look what's happened.
Going to have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And she's going to hold on at 5 under. Second par 3 here on the front side. Frank, would you be happy walking off here with a 3? Or are you getting a little greedy here?
Hey, always greedy, but in the end, I'd certainly take a 3 more days than most. When you look at this green, just have another look. You see the angle of it. The green actually angles to the right at about a 30-degree angle. That's actually what tricks most people out when they misread the wind.
Okay, that's on the green, but this carries well past the flagstick, so a long putt coming up. Birdie putt coming up, but you gotta think anything inside of 7 or 8 feet here is pretty darn good. Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And her score is going to stay right where it is. The final hole on this front side is a right-to-left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone putt bunker right off the tee must be avoided, and most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. From the fairway, Nota, her second coming up.
Looking at 149 to the hole. Tough wind for a right-hander coming from left to right.
Another example of her excellent balance and timing, and that's a good shot.
Not only a long putt, but a bending putt. Strong right to left in this one. They'll be very pleased just to get this one within a couple of feet. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. She'll brush that one in for her par here at the 9th. And that's going to make this a 2 under 34 for the front side. Here we go, making the turn, par 4, 10th hole. And Frank, what's in front of the player right now?
I prefer to see this hole, Rich, as a slight dogleg left to right. Then that way it takes out the temptation to mess around with that right side. Nothing wrong with hitting a little left of center. The hole will still open up. I know I've got to hit it across the bunker, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway.
I really like her golf swing, and that's another good shot. She should be happy with that one.
A lot of movement coming left here. This for birdie. Nah, that's not going to come back enough. That'll stay on the high side.
Yeah, just didn't play enough break there, and it comes up short.
Okay, she'll finish that one off for her par. And her score's going to stay right where it is. Not much is straightforward here at the Ocean Course. This 11th is proof positive of that at a stout 593 yards. A handful of half-moon bunkers right are what to avoid on your tee shot. But even with a drive in the fairway, a couple of devilishly placed pot bunkers up near the hole have been known to give golfers fits. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Not an ideal result there. Hoping to maybe get this close. It is on the green, but not where you want to be. A birdie putt here at the 11th.
And this is one where you just got to keep the hand steady and the wrist quiet, making sure you get it started on line.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And her score is going to stay right where it is. More fun now from Pete Dye here at the par 4 12th. This is the widest fairway on the golf course, but then it is one of the narrowest approaches.
Yeah, it's also the start of two very important par 4s here at Kiawah, Rich, because the drive here and 13 has to be spot on. This one has bunkers, but both second shots will have water in play.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot, good look at the green.
Well, she should be happy with that shot. Good chance for birdie inside 20 feet.
This is a good-sized putt, 27 feet away. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one finished off. It's in for par. And her score's going to stay right where it is. The par 4 13th here at the Ocean Course is a beauty, demanding strategy off the tee. Challenging the canal running down the right side allows you to possibly shorten the hole, but playing away from the canal brings a cluster of pot bunkers into play left. And that will do just fine. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
Another example of her excellent balance and timing, and that's a good shot.
A birdie opportunity here at 13.
Yeah, it's just very slightly up the hill. I don't think it's going to move more than a ball or so to the right.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that one in for par. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Par 3 14th here at the Ocean Course. Just gorgeous, but it is treacherous. You're exposed to the wind up there on the green, and you might need to hit, I don't know about lumber, but low iron at a minimum, Frank. This is a great hole.
It certainly is. It can play as long as 240 yards, but it's one of those holes, too. If you were aware of the fact that most of the field's going to play it in 3.5 or 4 shots, you would take 3 every single day. But I'm going to tell you now, that's exactly what they do on this hole. Don't try and make it 2. Take a 3. You will gain on the field. Listening?
Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Now, from long range, this for birdie. Yeah, that's not too bad from that far back. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And her score's going to stay right where it is. The 15th is a par 4 at 466 yards. The landing area is a little more benign than some of the other par 4s on the course, but missing left up near the green is where the score could really start to add up. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. Good chance at one.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Nah, missed it left. That's a letdown. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Normally you look at par 5s as definite scoring holes. You may want to think twice about that here at the 16th. It can oftentimes play longer than its listed 581 yards. The defining feature is the incredibly deep bunker left of the green. Anything down there is a bogey or worse waiting to happen. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area.
Well, when you're coming out of the thick stuff, especially to a quick green, you're not going to get as much spin as you would out of a good lie. And that's why that ball was never going to stop.
Okay, not too bad there. Not in gimme range, but a good chance to possibly walk away only down a stroke. Yeah, that's a good roll there to come away with just a bogey at this par 5. And she'll drop back to 3 shots off the lead. Now to one of the most famous holes in recent major championship golf, the 17th, the par 3. And Frank, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt, but when I stare at this hole with the water, I'm thinking about disaster and calamity. It's all right there, isn't it?
It's all happened here, Rich. This hole has a memory. The first time we ever saw it on TV was in the 1991 Ryder Cup, and it was the deciding hole. So many of the best players in the world actually found water. For example, even just this finish. Remember Colin Montgomery playing Mark Calcavecchio? Colin Montgomery finished bogey, bogey, double bogey, bogey, and won all 4 holes. But this one, you just try and survive.
No, didn't get that out there far enough, and it winds up sliding by to the right. Okay, she'll finish that one off with her par. And she'll remain at 4 under par. It's always fun, isn't it, to play a hole that oozes history. This 18th has it all. Go back to the 1991 Ryder Cup, and then the wild scene, the finish, the 2021 PGA Championship.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Second shot now at the home hole. Ball is in the rough, but has a chance to get this within birdie range with a good shot.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. So she will tap that in for her par at 18. And that will be a touch worse than round one. It is a second round, 71. So our featured golfer here, pretty solid through the first 2 days, safely through to the weekend. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island Golf Resort, live third-round coverage of the Carolina Open. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Nick Watney is your leader. He's currently at 8 under. And our featured golfer, 4 shots back as we get things going. And that should be just fine. Good drive there to get the Saturday round underway. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Oh, how about the touch right there? Very well done.
Hard to do much better than that. It was nearly perfect.
Safely in. It's a par here at first. And her score's going to stay right where it is. Frank looking out onto that marsh. No doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run up down that right side. So basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
Wayward from the tee. And this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. And she'll get a stroke back. Now to the third hole. The par 4 is 390 yards. You're going to drive across the marsh. The fairway is expansive. Really, the challenge here is that approach shot. It's a tabletop green. If you miss it, it will be a hard-earned 4, I promise. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Yeah, no mistaking that one. That is a good par here at the 3rd. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Well, Frank, this is the hardest hole on the outward 9. What makes it so difficult?
It's dead flat, Rich. It's very little that you can see off the tee, so you have a blind tee shot with a big carry. The strategy for the 3-wood leaves a full iron shot into this green.
Let's see what they do from a good lie in the fairway. 180 yards to go. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand, and a good chance to save par. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And their score is going to stay right where it is. Par 3 fifth here is 207 yards. It's one thing to hit the green, but it's another to navigate it. If you're on the wrong side, you might have a difficult time just 2-putting. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Get up. Get there. Sensational. What a putt there from a long way out. That somehow goes down for a birdie. And she moves to 6 under par. The first of 8 straight holes heading due west is here at the par 4 6th, 490 yards. It's a slight dogleg to the left, but if you can avoid the waist area running down that left side, that makes birdie a good possibility. And that, I do believe, is into the bunker. A lot of distance to carry here for her second out of the bunker.
Now, that's actually a pretty good shot, really. I know that's not exactly close to the hole, but out of the fairway bunker, safely on deck.
This one of the longest putts you can have on a golf course, though it is for birdie. Oh, how's that for a lag putt? Beautifully judged there. That one finished off. It's in for par, and she'll remain one shot off the lead. Second par 5 here on the front side, Frank. If you don't make 4 here, I think you're losing ground to the field.
I'd agree with you, Rich. The biggest thing here is just a solid tee shot, because it's going to be within reach with a good tee shot. If you didn't hit your best, then you have to be careful with those trees up on the right side by the green. I've caught a few people out over the years.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
This one measures out to 15 feet. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And she'll get it to 7 under. They say long is rarely a good miss at the Ocean Course. Never is that more evident than here at the par 3-8. It is another elevated green where anything that skips over the back will leave a semi-blind shot out of a deep waist area. All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. This one computed at an even 60 feet here for birdie. Oh, that was one heck of an effort right there. That would have been the birdie of the day by far. Well done. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And she'll remain at 7 under. Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies, difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4, that's a great way to finish out this front side. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's in for par here at the 9th. And that will finish off a 3-under start to the round as she goes out in 33.
Through 9 holes, good time to take a deep breath and look out at that spectacular panorama, which this tee does allow you to do, Frank, as it sits right atop a sand dune. It's really pretty.
It is, and it's another hole that still goes in that westerly direction. When you look down at this fairway, you have to respect the right side. Right side is a complete and utter no-no. That's where all the big numbers come. So if you're going to err a little on the left side. The hole does open up. Second shot's going to have to be played across the bunker, but this par 4 gets your attention to start the back 9.
So after the big drive, this a short approach to the par 4. So that's in for par to start this backside. And her score is going to stay right where it is. We arrive here at the 593-yard par 5 11. Off the tee, it is imperative to miss the sand areas on the right side. On the second shot, best to lay up to the right, taking the waist area on the left side out of play. Do that, and you'll have a good chance at a good score. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Four feet, all that's left for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And with it, she's got it now to 8 under par. Next up, the par 4 12th at 484 yards. The fairway here is one of the most generous on the course, but the closer you get to the hole, the more that lagoon and bunker start to make their presence felt. They call that position A. That's going to be right down the middle. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay the third.
A 110 to the hole, coming off a birdie at the previous hole, looking to go back to back.
Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings. That one safely in. It's par here at 12. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. 2021 PGA Championship. This par 4 13th hole was a nightmare for a number of players, including Louis Oosthuizen and the eventual champion, Phil Mickelson. What makes it so hard, Frank?
There's nothing comfortable on this hole, Rich. It's actually one of my favorite holes. And one of the reasons why, you see the sort of sandy bunkery area there on that left side, all perfectly in play for a tee shot. So now the decision is, do I hit it short of them? If I do, I have a longer second shot. Do I challenge them? Well, if I don't find the fairway, now I'm in bigger problems. And that's just the tee shot. The second shot, that water laps almost right up to that right edge of the green. I think it's a great par 4.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. From about 8 feet. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And this will stay a one-shot lead. The par 3 14th, one of the most beautiful holes on the Ocean course, but also one of the most treacherous at 238 yards. Miss the green here, and you could easily be staring at bogey or worse. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And she's going to stay at 8 under par. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, it's 128 yards left to the flag today. Pin in the back right portion of this green.
A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but it's still makeable if you hit a good one.
Nope. Okay, that one in for par. And her score's going to stay right where it is.
Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch of the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in two sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. Got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5.
Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, it did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Yeah, that ball lost just a little speed before it reached the green, and that's going to come up quite a bit short. Right around 6 feet here for birdie. That a poor roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And she'll move to 9 under par. This is another of Pete Dye's toughest holes, the par 3 17. It can get stretched out close to 240 yards in length. It's got a green that's nearly 50 yards in length. It's got water. It's got bunkers. It's got it all. Okay, just a little right of the flag on the front portion of this green, and a birdie putt coming up. Chance now for another birdie. Talk about electrifying this crowd. How about that one? A bomb for birdie at 17. And she's into double figures now at 10 under par. The S-shaped 18 at 505 yards. Truly one of the great finishing holes in golf. Trouble lies right off the tee with dunes and bunkers there to penalize those trying to cut the angle. And then left up near the green if you let that final approach wander offline. Coming out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot.
So job 1 is completed and done well. That was a good drive, but Frank, there is a lot of work ahead here on this second shot.
Exactly right, Rich. After that tee shot, then you look at the second shot, what's up ahead, which is going to be another long approach shot to a green that once again does not sit straight in front of you, so you have to aim a little down that left side, just favor left of middle, and strike it. Wow, that's an excellent shot. Inside that 10-feet circle, a little long, a little left, but still good.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. You betcha. Birdies at 16, 17, and 18 to wrap things up. So what a tournament it has been to this point for our featured golfer. They've opened up a commanding lead here after 54 holes. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Kiawah Island, just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, live final round coverage of the Carolina Open. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. She's got a 5-shot gap on the field as she looks to potentially run away and hide.
And that's a good way to start this final round. It's in the fairway at the first.
This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Well, this would be something indeed. At the first, a long look for birdie. How about the speed here? Are you kidding? That is exceptional from that distance. That is worth a wow. Okay, that's in for par here at the first. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Well, this second hole at the Ocean Course is pure Kiawah. You can sort of feel and see the Atlantic surf in the distance, all those magnificent ancient live oaks, the marshes, the waste bunkers, the canal. All of it is in play, and there's some wind. And you can actually get home in 2 with an excellent tee shot. This is a wonderful hole. Oh boy, that has started way left. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot. Two good shots on this par 5. Leaves that simple little chip, and that was beautifully played.
So now eyeing this one for birdie. No problems there. That one in for a birdie. And she'll move to 12 under par.
Frank, why would the architect Pete Dye say this was one of the most unusual holes on the entire course?
Well, it's the shortest for a start. And just that green complex, Rich, the fact that it just falls away rapidly on all 4 sides of this green. That's what the architect wanted, and that's what the architect got.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green.
Just nothing really on that chip shot. It's a waste.
This is an 11-foot putt. Yes, no problem, she says. That's in for her par. And she'll hold steady at 12 under par. This is a tough hole, the fourth at 484 yards, a par 4, and it's pure Kiawah. In fact, this is the hardest hole on this front side. You have to deal with the marsh off the tee yet again. The real challenge here, the winds. They can be blustery, and you can make this hole a bear. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Got to be careful of this ball checking up too soon, as he'll try to get this just right. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. That's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And fortunately, the lead's still a comfortable one. A full 4 shots.
So, Frank, here we are, the first par 3 on the golf course. And what do you make of this fifth hole?
It's really 2 holes, Rich. When the flag is on the left, it's basically one green, and when the flag's on the right, it's effectively another type of a golf shot. This green is actually 40 yards wide and separated with that little faint ridge in the middle.
Nope, that one never online, and it winds up in the left rough. Now a second to this par 3.
Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And she'll remain at 11 under par. Heading back toward the clubhouse, now we find the par 4 6th hole at 490 yards. Right-handed golfers want to play this right to left to give themselves a good look at this green, where the lone major concern is the bunker short and left. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway.
That'll be 90 yards.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And not a particularly demanding putt here. Maybe slightly down an incline, but it is dead straight.
That one just going to sneak on by. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th. Her score is going to stay right where it is. Kiawah 7th is a par 5 measuring out at 579 yards. If he can take a drive over the edge of that right side bunker area, you'll have a good chance of getting on the green in 2. And nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And with it, she'll get a stroke back.
Second par 3 here on the front side. The 8th, Frank, it appears to be relatively simple, but I'm guessing there's a little more to it.
There certainly is. You've got to respect the back of the screen on this par 3. Anything over the back is almost an automatic bogey. And also there's a faint ridge in the screen, a good 12, 13 paces on. Once the ball gets beyond that in the air, it's going to scoot towards the back of the green. So it might look simple. Give it another thought.
Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. Can't tell you how good that is to get it to stop where it did from that far away. That is a super putt. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And her score's going to stay right where it is. The final hole on this front side is a right to left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone pot bunker right off the tee must be avoided. And most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. All right, in the fairway. This Nota, her second from the fairway.
118 left to the hole. Pin is very accessible here, right in the center of the green. This is the sand wedge. Has gotten a lot of this one, and it's going to be just a fraction long.
I really like her golf swing, and that's another good shot. She should be happy with that one.
An outside look here for birdie. Oh, that one led perfectly. It is a birdie here at the 9th, and that'll be a 2 under for this front side as she goes out in 34. The 10th hole at 447 yards has, like most of these holes, a few areas to avoid. The first is the steep-faced bunker right of the fairway, with the second being the large wash encircling the left-hand side on this sloped green.
Another great tee shot. By my count, only missed one fairway today, so that's 7 of 8. Easy to see that's the best way to play this golf course.
This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And this one close to being over, as it'll remain a 5-shot cushion.
Par 5 11th, and another scoring opportunity here early on the backside, Frank.
This par 5, it looks very easy to hit it down the left side, but in actual fact, you've got to aim a little down the right side, and the reason why is this fairway actually kicks or cambers from right to left. So anything down the middle, chances are it's going to finish in the rough. Find the fairway, then this hole opens up.
Solid, good drive in the fairway. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. It landed so softly.
So after 2 good shots to get here, this a long look for a possible eagle. Five feet now for birdie. Yes, a good roll there. That's in for birdie. And the lead is up to a full 6 shots on the rest of the field. The 12th at 484 yards sometimes feels like 2 different holes wrapped into one. At the tee, all you're seeing is a nice expansive fairway. But stand over your second, and you'll see that lagoon set right up on the edge of this green.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Well, as an old baseball announcer once said, going, going,
Gone.
goodbye. "11 feet away. Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And the lead will remain 6 here in the late going. The 13th is a tough one, no 2 ways about it. Par 4 at 497 yards. And that lagoon that came into play near the green on 12, well, it's now a canal that borders the entire length of this 13th. The left side, no bargain either, with 4 deep pot bunkers greeting those who play a little too conservatively. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. From the fairway, Nota, her second coming up.
110 yards to the front of the green, 143 to the hole, pin sitting back right. Gap wedge in the air, coming in just a bit from the left, but nicely done.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And this is now, if you can believe it, a 7-shot cushion.
Par 3 14th hole, and this one is a stunner, isn't it?
It looks good, but it's not much fun to play. When you look down there, you might as well be hitting on the top of a pyramid. And look at the way it falls off, down to that sandy area on the left, a good 10 feet below. If you finish up short, it's going to roll the way back to the tee box that way. Good 10 feet short. If you miss it on the right, well, that's about 10 feet below the level of the putting surface. I'm not even going to talk about the back of the green. Please, hit the green.
That's quality shot right there, just left of the hole, and a birdie opportunity coming up. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And this lead continues to widen. It is just a procession now, as the difference is 8 shots at the top of this leaderboard. The 15th is a par 4 at 466 yards. The landing area is a little more benign than some of the other par 4s on the course, but missing left up near the green is where the score could really start to add up. That one flirting with the left edge of the fairway. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Eight-foot putt here. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And pars to the clubhouse will do nicely, as this remains a giant 8-stroke cushion. The final par 5 of the round comes here at the 16th. You'd be forgiven for turning this into a 3-shotter, because whatever you do, you will need to avoid that deep area left of the green. Boy, she just seems to be on autopilot right about now. That, another good drive off the tee. Well, where there aren't many shots that feel better than a well-struck 3-wood on and 2 on a par 5. There it is.
That second shot sounded like a cannon.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Now to one of the most famous holes in recent major championship golf, the 17th, the par 3. Frank, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt.
But when I stare at this hole with the water, I'm thinking about disaster and calamity. It's all right there, isn't it?
It's all happened here, Rich. This hole has a memory. The first time we ever saw it on TV was in the 1991 Ryder Cup. And it was the deciding hole. So many of the best players in the world actually found water. For example, even just this finish. Remember Colin Montgomery playing Mark Calcavecchio? Colin Montgomery finished bogey, bogey, double bogey, bogey, and won all 4 holes. But this one, you just try and survive.
That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. Well, you know you're playing a great hole when Pete Dye, one of the greatest architects of all time, and a man who dreamed up this magnificent ocean course here at Kiawah Island, when Pete Dye said, this is his favorite hole. Enjoy it. Yes, step 1 out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot to just about seal it. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Good putt as she'll save her par here at 18. And that's going to make this a final round, 66. Whew, Frank, they were a freight train out here this week, running away with the title. It wasn't even a contest.
No, really, they're all playing for second, and we could see why, too. They just wouldn't put a foot wrong. It was a great performance.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a